Hello, Walter. Good evening. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes. Good night.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
Did you have a chance to work in your assignments?
No, I was working. I'm
Okay,
gonna do it tomorrow.
perfect. All right, so are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Let me show you my screen.
Okay.
So, grammar section, okay? We need to discuss uh, the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. Now, how do we use them and what's the difference? Some examples of the present perfect: have watched, have gone. Present perfect continuous, we have to use the verb be as an auxiliary so that it can be in the continuous form. Have been watching. The be is in the past participle, and it stays like that all the time. So let's go over the first rule. Are you ready?
Yes.
We often use the present perfect to talk about something that was completed at some time in the past, but not at a specific time. With the present perfect, we're focusing on the completion and result of an action. Have you found out Jackie's schedule? In the example, Talia wants to know about the result of Amy's search.
Okay. Any questions here?
No.
No? All
It's
right.
okay.
We talked about the present perfect before.
We often use the present perfect continuous to talk about something that happened in the past and is still happening. With the present perfect continuous, we're focusing on the continuation of an action. She's been sitting in the lounge for about 10 minutes. In the example, Amy means that Jackie is still sitting in the lounge.
And she will continue doing it in the future.
Okay.
But it's a continuous action. 3.
We often use the present perfect to talk about amounts: how much, how many, and how many times. We've read 3 books in Professor Roberts' class.
Okay.
Okay. No.
No? Okay, let's go number 4.
We often use the present perfect continuous to talk about how long. I've been studying journalism for about 6 months.
Okay. Any questions here?
No.
No? So remember, we often use the present perfect to talk about amounts, how much, how many, and how many times. We use the present perfect continuous to talk about how long.
Okay.
How long is cuánto tiempo? Por cuánto?
Yes.
Okay. So 5.
Sometimes you can use either the present perfect or the present perfect continuous. With verbs such as live, work, study, play, take, or teach, with for or since, there is often no difference in meaning between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. Amy has studied journalism since last year. Or,
Amy has been studying journalism since last year.
Okay.
these 2 sentences have the same meaning.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No.
No? Okay. So let's go now into some work. All right, so complete each sentence, click on the box and choose the correct answer. Remember, present perfect and present perfect continuous, sometimes they have the same meaning, but not always.
Yes. Have you done your homework this semester? Have you? Okay.
Something that happened in the past in no particular time, or is something that has been happening since the past.
Have you done? Have you done? There's no more cake. What happened? I don't. I have no idea. I've only had one piece.
Mhm.
When are you going to call the building manager? I him 3 times today, but he is never. I've been calling.
Mhm.
Hi, what's up? Oh, news it's also. I've been watching the news. It's almost over. How many acting classes so far? Have you taken? Have you been taking? Let's go out for pizza after classes. Oh, I had the sandwich before I left. I've eaten.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. Okay.
Remember, I haven't missed a single assignment so far, hasta ahorita.
So far.
Mhm.
Yes. Have you
When
been
are
there?
you going to call the building manager? 3 times today, but he's never there. So it happened already. It's in the past.
Yes, but maybe you can call more times. Oh,
But it's not mentioned here.
okay.
How many acting classes have you been taking so far? At least 6. Have
So
you
far.
taken? Have you taken? Has tomado? No estás tomando. Hasta.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. I mean, it's tricky. It's just a matter of getting used to it, okay?
Yes.
Sometimes in Spanish, we don't take care of this control. We're not that picky, right? And we confuse the words.
Yes.
We just talk in the plural or the present perfect, and somehow we know it's the meaning. But we have lost that finesse in speaking.
Yeah.
But that's not the case in English. We need to be careful with that. Let's do
Okay.
another exercise, okay? Complete the interview, type the correct form of the verbs in parentheses into the blanks. Use the present perfect or present perfect continuous. Be sure to use capital letters if necessary.
Okay. Jamie Depp, you to Oscar. You have won 2 Oscars. That's a lot from on your age. How long? How long? Have you been acting? In this business for almost 10 years since I graduated from college. I've been working in Hollywood long. How have you lived? Have you been? Yes, it's okay. What did you do before you became an actor? Oh, a lot of different jobs in my life. I have been. I have doing. Do those. I don't remember the past part. Well, done. Okay. I have done a lot of different jobs in my life. I have drove a taxi. I have driven. Driven. Okay, driven. I've worn chicken custom. I can understand that part. I've worn
Chicken costume to advertise fast food para promocionar comida rápida.
Chicken custom. Okay. Were jobs, but experience in my role since I started acting, but I had been using okay. That's all.
Yes.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Don't forget to take a picture, okay? Let me zoom out, okay?
Some out. And what is the lo contrario? Some or just some?
I'm not understanding your question.
Okay, some out is alejar, más o menos.
Some out. Oh, okay. Zoom.
Zoom out.
Recuerda que
Excuse
cuando
me.
tienes doble O, suena como U.
Okay.
Cuando tú me dices some, yo estoy escuchando como sumar, some. O some de algunos.
Okay.
Zoom.
So
Okay, mira.
out.
Zoom in es cuando haces esto. Zoom in.
Okay.
Zoom out es alejarlo.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes. Good. Any questions about this?
No.
No? Okay. It was easy, right?
The second one, yes.
Okay. Now let's go to the next exercise. Give me just a second. All right. So embedded WH and yes, no questions, okay? Embedded questions, WH. Do you know how we form them? ¿Y por qué crees que es embedded? Porque tenemos dos preguntas dentro de la misma pregunta. Usamos el auxiliar do y luego how. Y contestas con yes, no. I don't know if you've studied them. Okay. But let's see. Let's go over this. Are you ready? Let me zoom in. There.
An embedded question is a question that's inside another sentence.
What do you mean? I know what you mean.
What you mean is an embedded question.
Okay.
Why is an embedded question? What you mean?
What you mean?
Yes.
Because it could be an embedded question because it's a question within a question or it's a question within a statement.
Okay.
In this case, it's a statement.
Yes.
And number two.
Okay.
Embedded WH questions begin with a question word.
When does the class begin? Can you tell me when the class begins?
Embedded questions begin with question word. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Now in this one, we have a question within a question.
Yes.
3.
Embedded yes/no questions begin with if. Is she there? Do you know if she's there?
Okay.
All right. 4.
Notice that we use statement word order, not question order, in embedded questions. Do you know where she is?
Where is she?
Do you know if she's there?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know where she is? Do you know if she's there? Notice that we use a statement or order, not a question order in embedded questions. Okay. Por ejemplo, si fuera una pregunta nada más, sería where is she? pero aquí ya se convirtió en un statement.
Yes.
Fine.
We don't use a form of the auxiliary verb do in the embedded question.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder if she has an agent.
Okay. Hello? Can
Do
you
you have any
hear me?
question? Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So we don't use a form of the auxiliary verb do in the embedded question. We don't. We have an example here. I know what do you mean? No, we take it off. I know what you mean. I know
Okay.
what you do mean. No, tampoco. It's incorrect. I wonder if she has an agent. I wonder, does she have an agent? No. And the last one.
You can have an embedded question inside a statement or inside another question. When the embedded question is in a statement, use a period at the end of the sentence. I know what you want. When the embedded question is in a question, use a question mark at the end of the sentence.
Can you tell me what you want?
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions here?
No.
Okay. So are we clear about embedded questions?
Yes, I think.
Okay, let's move along into the exercises. Okay, so complete each sentence. Click on the box and choose the correct answer.
Okay. Do you know which courses Jack is taking? Which? I don't know where is the, I don't know. I don't know where is the student lunch. No. Yeah. Where the student lunch is. I wonder where Jackie lives. Can you tell me who the professor in the second one? I don't understand why Jackie did it. The second one. I like to find out Professor Roberts is teaching this semester. If
Okay, are you ready?
yes.
Good.
Yay.
Okay, let's try another set. So complete each dialogue. Add the question in parentheses to the sentence. Type the embedded question into the blanks. Add the correct punctuation, period or a question mark. So the first one, I don't know where Valentino
Valentino is.
is. Question or period?
Period.
Okay.
It's close to my apartment. Do you know?
Can you use an if?
If they accept credit cards, if
Period, question.
question.
Okay.
I'm not sure what kind was the restaurant full last night. I'm not sure if the restaurant was full. If no, if no. If I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the last night the restaurant was full.
If
The last night the restaurant was full. No, it's the same. If the last night. If it's a no. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure if the restaurant was full last night. Was full last night. The restaurant was full last night.
oh, period or question mark?
Period. I wonder what kind of food do they serve? I don't know.
Remember the auxiliaries, you take them off.
Yes. What kind of food they serve? I wonder. What kind of I'm pretty sure it's I wonder now what kind of food. I think it's better. But can be with that.
You have to use what you have.
Excuse me?
You have to use what you have.
Okay. I can't remember when did they open. I can't remember When they open. I think it was about 50 years ago. I don't know.
Be careful, because we used an auxiliary in the past for this to be in the
Open.
past. Opened.
Open. Yes. I don't know if we need a reservation. Can you find out they serve lunch?
They serve lunch?
Yes. Question mark. Can you find out? I'm not sure how we. I'm not sure how we get there.
Mhm. Are you ready?
Yes. Okay.
Can you find out what do you think is missing? This is an embedded yes no question. So remember not to use a form of an auxiliary verb do. The embedded question is inside a question, but we're missing something. What do you think it is? If.
Yes. If.
Other than that, I think we did pretty good.
Yes. It's if.
Let me zoom out so you can take a picture. There.
Okay.
So now let's go into another exercise. So participial adjectives. Interested? Interesting. Remember, an adjective describes an action or a noun. So let's see. What's the difference? How do we use them? Number one.
Participial adjectives end in ed and ing. They usually describe feelings or reactions, but the two forms have different meanings.
Examples of participial adjectives are bored and boring.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Boring. Bored
aburrido.
es claro, y boring es de algo que es aburrido. O alguien que es
Exactly,
aburrido.
yes.
Boring.
Bored es la acción de una persona que está aburrida.
Ajá.
Y
Y
boring,
boring
algo que
es
está
sin
aburrido.
aburrido.
Ujú. O una persona que es aburrida.
Ok.
Good. Number two.
We use ed adjectives to talk about how someone feels.
I'm not surprised.
In the example, Amy is talking about how she feels.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Mhm.
We use ing adjectives to talk about someone or something that causes a feeling or reaction.
I saw Madonna. It was so exciting.
In the
Okay.
example, Jackie is talking about how seeing Madonna in a restaurant caused a reaction in her. Seeing Madonna was exciting. As a result, Jackie felt excited.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. Now let's do some work. Participial adjectives complete the theater review. Click on the box and choose the correct answer.
Okay. Last night I went to the theater. I saw a very interesting play called The Ticket. The story is both amusing and moving. I laughed and cried. The actors were excellent and even do some improvisation. As an actor myself, I was truly inspired.
Inspired.
Inspired. I have just one complaint about the ticket, although it was never bored. Never boring. Boring.
I was never boring.
I was not bored. It's okay. I was annoying that three was no intermission. 3 hours without a break, it's too long. I'm sure it's for 2 actors and who are, I'm sure it's exhausting for 2 actors who are on stage all time. But apart from that one fact, the place is wonderful. One, what is the options? Water.
Mhm.
Thanks. But apart from that one irritant fact.
Irritant, irritated or irritated?
Irritating.
Okay.
The place is wonderful. The play is wonderful. If you want an entertaining theater experience, get a ticket for the ticket. You won't be disappointed.
Okay.
Disappointed. The first one.
Mhm. Okay.
Yep.
Ready?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Don't forget to take a picture. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's move along into the task listening.
Could you please give me a second, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So in the video, Jackie and Amy talk about classes at the college. You're going to hear an advisor at the university talking to a new student. She is telling the student how to register for classes. Listen to the advisor. As you listen, drag the places the student must go in order to register in the correct order. Not all of the answers will be used. So first, then next, and then. So we have to drag. There's going to be an order. So let's listen to this. And then you tell me, what do we do? Okay, you ready?
Okay. I can't see nothing.
Mm-hmm. No?
No.
Okay, nice. Now,
Okay.
so we have to input the information here, okay?
In order.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right.
So you want to register for classes this semester? Okay, here's what you'll need to do. Since you're a full-time student, you first need to go to the administration building and go to the student accounting office. At the student accounting office, go to the undergraduate student accounts window and show them your student ID. They'll verify that your tuition and fees are up to date and give you a green clear form. That means that your account is clear. That's what you've got to do first. Next, take the clear form to the student union building and go to student advising. Ask to see a course advisor. Show your clear form to the course advisor. And then he or she will look up your intake form and give you a pink printout of classes that you're eligible for. That pink form is called your A list. That means your authorized list, or classes that you're authorized to take, okay? You can only register for the classes on your A list. Then you need to go to the Dixon building and go to registration with your green clear form and your pink A list. Then sit down at one of the computers, log on, enter your student ID number, and follow the on-screen directions, okay? And by the way, you might want to hurry. A few thousand students will be registering for classes this week.
Okay. Now I need to listen again. But the first one, I think, is registration. The second one is a student accounting office. And the first of the last part is Dixon Building. 5, yes.
Dixon Building.
Yes.
Okay, let's listen to this again.
Okay.
So you want to register for classes this semester. Okay, here's what you'll need to do. Since you're a full-time student, you first need to go to the administration building and go to the student accounting office. At the student accounting office, go to the undergraduate student accounts window and show them your student ID. They'll verify that your tuition and fees are up to date and give you a green clear form. That means that your account is clear. That's what you've got to do first. Next, take the clear form to the student union building and go to student advising. Ask to see a course advisor. Show your clear form to the course advisor. And then he or she will look up your intake form and give you a pink printout of classes that you're eligible for. That pink form is called your A list. That means your authorized list, or classes that you're authorized to take, okay? You can only register for the classes on your A list. Then you need to go to the Dixon building and go to registration with your green clear form and your pink A list. Then sit down at one of the computers, log on, enter your student ID number, and follow the on-screen directions, okay? And by the way, you might want to hurry. A few thousand students will be registering for classes this week.
Okay. So,
No. I'm not sure. I think the first one is still in the accounting office. And our advice. Student advice. Yeah. Student advising is the first one of the second part. The third is student advising.
here,
No. The third one. There.
student advising, okay.
Yes. I don't know more.
Let's listen to this again.
Please.
So you want to register for classes this semester. Okay, here's what you'll need to do. Since you're a full-time student, you first need to go to the administration building and go to the student accounting office. At the student accounting office, go to the undergraduate student accounts window and show them your student ID. They'll verify that your tuition and fees are up to date and give you a green clear form. That means that your account is clear. That's what you've got to do first. Next, take the clear form to the student union building and go to student advising. Ask to see a course advisor. Show your clear form to the course advisor. And then he or she will look up your intake form and give you a pink printout of classes that you're eligible for. That pink form is called your A list. That means your authorized list, or classes that you're authorized to take, okay? You can only register for the classes on your A list. Then you need to go to the Dixon building and go to registration with your green clear form and your pink A list. Then sit down at one of the computers, log on, enter your student ID number, and follow the on-screen directions, okay? And by the way, you might want to hurry. A few thousand students will be registering for classes this week.
Okay. The first one is administration building after student accounting office. The third one is student unit building Student union building, and after is student advising. Student advising. The last one, this one. And I don't know about the sixth one.
Okay.
So you want to register for classes this semester. Okay, here's what you'll need to do. Since you're a full-time student, you first need to go to the administration building and go to the student accounting office. At the student accounting office, go to the undergraduate student accounts window and show them your student ID. They'll verify that your tuition and fees are up to date and give you a green clear form. That means that your account is clear. That's what you've got to do first. Next, take the clear form to the student union building and go to student advising. Ask to see a course advisor. Show your clear form to the course advisor. And then he or she will look up your intake form and give you a pink printout of classes that you're eligible for. That pink form is called your A list. That means your authorized list, or classes that you're authorized to take, okay? You can only register for the classes on your A list. Then you need to go to the Dixon building and go to registration with your green clear form and your pink A list. Then sit down at one of the computers, log on, enter your student ID number, and follow the on-screen directions, okay? And by the way, you might want to hurry. A few thousand students will be registering for classes this week.
We think it's registration.
The last one?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
It was hard.
You need to train your ear.
Excuse me?
You need to train your ear. But another thing is, you try to look, whenever the person was speaking, you try to look for the keywords.
Yes.
Instead of looking at this information, take notes. Take notes of what's important, keywords, but take notes. Forget about this. You can come back to this later.
Okay.
Focus on what's being said, the lecture. Take key notes. And then after the audio is finished, then come back to this. Okay.
Okay. I will try.
All right. So now let's try some pronunciation. Okay. Rising intonation, some cues. Let's listen to the instructions.
When we ask yes/no questions, we often use rising intonation. Is he your brother? We use rising intonation with tag questions to ask a real question, to check information, or to express hope that something is true. You can come, can't you? In conversation, we sometimes say phrases and statements with rising intonation, or we can add a word like right with rising intonation to ask a question. For example, that's it? That's okay with you, right? Listen to these lines from the dialogue. Notice how the speaker uses rising intonation on the part of the sentence shown in blue.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you almost here? Are you almost here? Can you see her? Do you know if she's there? You've done your homework, haven't you? My homework? You're in the drama program, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Any questions here?
No.
Remember, we do that in Spanish. Why?
Ye-
Because we want to stress the question.
Yes.
All right. Now let's move on to the next pronunciation. There. Okay. Stress in noun compounds. Listen to the explanation and examples. Are you ready? The
Okay.
stress we do now is different.
A noun compound consists of two words that come together to make a noun with a new meaning. In noun compounds, such as homework and drama student, the main stress is on the first word. The first word is longer, stronger, and higher in pitch than the second word. Listen to these words and phrases from the dialogue. Notice the stress on the syllables shown in blue.
Okay.
Homework.
A drama student.
A soccer team.
An improvisation class.
A movie star.
A cell phone.
Okay. So here the stress is different. Sometimes in a compound word, in a syllable, or in just one word, also a syllable,
Okay.
or in between syllables.
Yes, this one is where?
Well, this one, all of them have to do with practice.
Okay.
Mhm. Now, another thing. In Spanish, we have punctuations. We have el acento and other things, which makes it easier for us, right?
Yes.
In English, we stress syllables, or we stress the last word or part of a question to show more emphasis.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
don't forget about this. Okay, you have access to it so you can practice later.
Okay.
Mhm. And before we go, can you help me with the daily survey?
Of course.
Good practice.
It's okay.
All right. Thanks so much, sir. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you Monday. Okay.
Talk to you Monday. Good
All right.
night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.